everybody, and welcome back to Folk Laure Gaming, where it's all fun and games. And I meant to say hi, folks. Hi, folks. So we're here for another simulator. I did a dog simulator recently, and I'm in the works of doing a cat simulator. Yeah. So, I was kind of on a simulator train. You know, I love simulators. I love to feel the experience in a small 4x5 screen. I don't know how big the screen is, but you know, as real as I can get it. So let's fly a plane. Let's go ahead and fly. Let's fly. And Flight Pilot Simulator. Takeoff class. Take off. So yeah. Did you guys see that Migos video that came out when, what were they doing? They were doing the Soul Train dance in the Migos video. It was for why is my plane not? I'm really turning it like it. I'm tilting. I am tilting. You're being disrespectful. Okay. No, doesn't matter how I tilt. No, nobody cares. My plane's about to crash. It is. It's gonna happen. I'm really trying. Look at the flippity flappity. All right. Okay. Let's just try again. Let's try that again. So, yes, the Walk It Like I Talk It or Walk It Talk It video with Migos, I liked it. It's a different change. And am I gonna go up? There you go. It's a different change from what I'm used to seeing with Migos. Usually, I feel like most Migos videos that are, at least I've seen that have gotten popular, are girls and Migos. That's it. And maybe the occasional, like, hunted a band, like a band of $100. Bands that make her dance. Wrong artist, but relevant to what I'm saying. Yeah, it's either that, like in the Slippery video, or T-shirt, or Freak Nomo. It's just girls and the Migos. But Stir Fry, and even this most recent video of, hit this little star. Even the most recent video of Walk It, Talk It, they're doing the Soul Train dance, and it's a quirky video for Migos to me. I feel like I don't really see them like cheesing. Excited when I see them in interviews. It's usually just like, "Hey, we're the Migos." I forgot what he said. I forgot what Offset said in that one video with Academus. But that's usually the demeanor, and I really like the change of pace with their Soul Train video. And I just look. I think a lot of people have opinions about Migos, but I like them. Their music is pretty catchy. They're relevant to our generation right now. I think I was talking to my fiance's not grandparents, his parents, and they were talking about, music from when we were younger. We had our imagination. You were talking about something. There was some kind of thought behind it. There's kind of imagination behind it. Music nowadays doesn't have that. Just straightforward. And I'm like, yeah, music nowadays is pretty straightforward because we're trying to get to it, get there. Whatever the message is, we're just trying to lay it out flat, which, hey, for some people works. But I think for our generation, and when I say our generation, I mean people my age. I think for our generations, it's relevant and it's current, and that's kind of what we're listening to. So people are like, yeah, I don't really care for Migos. I'm like, I like Migos. And I like Drake. I can't pretend. Their beats are really catchy. The lyrics, I can hear myself saying "Walk It, Talk It" like as I'm walking and talking through my house. Yeah. I like their video. Ooh, level 2. I'm now an apprentice. Great. So I do really like it, but I'm not gonna rate it. Not now. So being that we're on the topic of flight simulator, I told you guys I like simulators. I do. And I played this game before. I just kind of wanted to do something different in between me deciding what I'm going to play for my next game. So what am I getting at? I'm getting at the fact that I'm playing a flight game, and I used to have a real irrational fear of flights. When I was 14. When I was 14, I like freaked out on a plane flight to Dominican Republic when I was going with my sister and my mother, and I hyperventilated on the plane because I wasn't cool with the sensation of the plane lifting off from the air. So those first, like, it wasn't even 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of it kind of stabilizing and lifting off into the air were not really cool for me, and it freaked me out, and it took me right over the edge, and I needed like a brown paper bag to calm myself down. So this past year, one of my friends is currently living in California right now, and I'm like, hey, I want to visit my friend, and may not have an opportunity to visit her next year. Why not? So I took the opportunity to visit her, and that was the only thing on my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do this fire rescue. That was the only thing that was on my mind. I'm like, how am I going to visit my friend? I'm not going to travel in a flip-flopping car. There's no train to take me from where I currently stay to California. That's literally across the country. So I'm going to have to fly. So I did. I gathered, as I like to say, I gathered my balls. And I flew. And other than it being not entirely. I think I hyped it up too much for my fears. Like, once I got over everything, once I got my brain psyched into, you're going to be all right, it was great. And I think that's something that people don't really focus on when they have a fear, because I have quite a few, and things that I think hold me back often. My fears are definitely something that holds me back. And that almost held me back from taking that flight. But one of the things that I do, or a few things that I did on that flight, just to kind of calm me down, just kind of say a repetitive mantra in my head. I'm like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be good. Flights are one of the most safest forms of transportation nowadays. You're okay. So I think self-talk is really something that people don't take into consideration. I know when I was freaking out about the plane, when I would think about it, because that plane ride when I freaked out was maybe almost 10 years ago now, maybe. But when I was freaking out, my self-talk was really at a low point. I felt dumb for freaking out on a plane. Everybody else was cool. There was kids on there being like, "Wah, we cool, you crying, nah." And I was a teenager at that time, and I felt dumb for freaking out on a plane. And I would down myself for it. So that's something that I tried to not do in this situation, and in other situations I've been freaked out. In this situation, I'm like, you know what? It's cool. You're fine. You just psych yourself out of it. You're okay. You're all right. You're all right. And I kept on saying that, and that definitely helped. So positive self-talk is something that you can do to kind of get over one of your fears. It helped me. I also had music like blasting in my ears every single time I wanted to like start trembling or start being like, oh my god, this plane is like not stable. I'm not having a good time. Every time that happened, I would just turn my music a little bit louder, close my eyes, and I'd repeat my little self-talk mantra. I think that was when the SZA album came out, so I was really listening to that at that time, so that helped out. And a bit of a feeling of security helped out too. I had a blanket and some jackets on me, and it just helped me feel a little bit safer, a little puppy wrapped in a little blanket, a little burrito. I'm really having a nice time with this flight simulator. But yeah, if you have any kind of fears or anything that you're nervous or worried about, I definitely consider improving your self-talk about those fears first. Fears are a lot in your brain. I know that because I have a lot of fears, and once I psych myself out of them, I never regret the decision. So this is just a short video of me just playing Flight Simulator and talking to you guys about my fears. Just in case you're curious. So, as I usually say, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button and consider subscribing for more videos every single day. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye, guys.